Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. This is Dolphin and today guys we have a new video about Summoner's War. Today we're gonna go through the 3 units that I think they need to get nerfed. They need to get nerfed. I'm gonna mention them. You know what, I'm gonna add that fourth one at the end, but that's not gonna be a Nerf 5. I'm gonna mention the 3 Nerf 5s I think, oh we're losing this. We are losing this. That I think are gonna get they need to get nerfed. I don't think they're gonna get nerfed. I think they should get nerfed. We're gonna mention them, and I'm also gonna say how I feel they should get nerfed. But yeah, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna go through this and see how it goes. Savannah can't do it. She's not even on crit damage, so she's not gonna do it. Is she? Nope. No, she's dead. Anyway, guys, before we get into the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's free and support the channel a whole lot. So if you can, please hit the sub button. It really helps. Anyway, now let's get into it. And I'm gonna mention the units I think they need to get nerfed ASAP. Honestly, I feel like they're way too strong. Number one on the list is Mr. Busa. Yes, Busa wasn't used for the longest time. Because it wasn't good enough, or probably because it wasn't broken, but it was still good. Busa now is a first pick. Like 90% of the games, Busa got first picked. When units get first pick, there's a problem there, because it means when they get first pick all the time, it means they're broken. Busa has shield. He has 3 turns of immunity on a 4-turn cooldown skill. 4-turn cooldown, 3-turn immunity, and shield equal to 15% of Busa's HP, which is a big shield. Skill 2 does 20% of Busa's max HP as damage and recovers HP as Busa's 15% max HP on a 3-turn cooldown. Skill 1 can sleep with a 25% chances for 2 turns on a skill 1. So he has sustain, he has big shield, he has 3-turn immunity. So if you don't have a strip, well, that's kind of your fault, but 3-turn immunity on a 4-turn cooldown, big shield, big damage, pretty good heals on a 3-turn cooldown, and some CC on skill 1. 25% chance is not the biggest, but it lands. Also 118 base speed doesn't really make him, you know, less of a broken unit. The only reason why I'm saying Busa should get nerfed is because he gets first pick all the time, and Busa really works well with like most of the units. You can go bruiser with him, you can go against a Leo with him, but also you can go fast with him. I use him sometimes with my Tableau comp. It does big damage, so why not? It also gives him immunity, has some form of CC. It's not reliable, but it does have some slips. Throughout the game, he's gonna land a couple of slips. For 2 turns, that's a big slip. They can't proc out of it. Big heals, big damage, a lot of protection, immunity. So it works in most comps. In most comps, it's gonna work really well. He's a first pick. He's a first pick most of the time, so he should get nerfed, because you know, if you pick Busa, you have a decent advantage over your opponent. I feel like this unit, either they increase 1-turn cooldown on skill 3, so it's on 5-turn, because like his 3-turn immunity on a 4-turn cooldown. There's 1 turn that Busa has no immunity, and if he procs, guess what, he still has it. So there should be a little bit bigger gap in my opinion, or I don't think they should increase the cooldown here, but maybe instead of doing 20% of max HP as damage, maybe 15%. Increase the cooldown, I don't think is a good idea, but a bit less damage maybe, or a bit less heals, I don't know. Probably a bit less damage. Also, I know that if they nerf Busa, it's gonna be like they're gonna nerf Nigon, and he's a line dark. He's not the best already, so they shouldn't nerf Nigon. But also, I know that this guy, Dragon Dance, is different from Tianlang Dragon Dance. So they could as well leave Nigong skill 2 as it is, and then change the Busa skill to like to be a little weaker. Nigong is a line down R5, it's not the best, and Busa skill 3 in my opinion is better than, well, in some situations Nigong skill 3 is really annoying, but I feel like he's a line dark, so he deserves to be really good. Busa needs to get a little nerf. I feel like a little less damage in skill 2 would be good, or one extra cooldown on the free turn immunity would be also pretty good. Being first pick like 90%, at least 90% of the games is just too much. Now, the second unit I feel should get nerfed a little bit more is Nana. I understand they nerfed the passive, but they didn't nerf it. It was broken. It was absolutely broken. They made it fairer. I don't think a unit with this passive should just revive unit. You basically, if you have Nana in your team, you are 5v4 at the beginning of the game, and like if you have one extra unit, 4.5v4, then you're probably gonna win. The problem for me even before wasn't as much the passive as it was skill 2, to be honest. I think in my opinion the passive was broken. 40% is enough, to be honest, when they get revived, because it's a passive, it's not even a skill. So 40% is fine, that's fair, but the skill 2 I think is the thing that makes Nana strong, like way too strong, because she has 100% chances of defense breaking for 2 turns, 100% with skill ups, I mean, on a 3 turn cooldown. So 2 turn defense break, AoE, 100% chances on a 2 turn cooldown. What makes this even worse is her base speed. She's 116, so even on this pair, as you don't build your best many units on this pair, you're probably gonna give her one of your best disperser, and she's probably gonna be around like maybe close to 300 speed, even like 280, 300 speed. So she's gonna go like a lot of time. Having her with defense break this reliable on a 3 turn cooldown for 2 turns, she set herself up too well. I feel like Nana is really strong, but if she didn't have the defense break AoE, she wouldn't be as strong. She has AoE defense break, obviously she can stun, but the problem is the defense break, and as usually people use Bruiser with her, like Diana. If Diana hits something with defense break, that unit is dead and she gets an orb so easily. Diana is hard to kill, and also she does a lot of damage, but the problem is she does a lot of damage, a lot of damage on defense broken monster. I don't think either she should have a defense break on skill 2 AoE, or it shouldn't be that reliable. I don't think it should be 100% defense break for 2 turns on a 3 turn cooldown. Either increase the cooldown, either decrease the chances of landing defense break. Defense break set up Nana way too well. That is the main problem in my opinion. When they nerfed her with this, I was like, yes, that's a decent nerf, but the problem for me is skill 2. I don't think skill 3, 60%, 40% HP, yes, it's a little less, but I feel like skill 2 was the main problem to start with. So yeah, that's how I would nerf the Nana. The other unit I would like to be nerfed a little bit, I'm not gonna talk about this too much, is Champa. First of all, because I don't have him, but second of all, he sets himself up way too well. He is usually unviolent. If he gets this off, defense break, but not even the defense break, just stripping everything and glancing on a 3 turn cooldown, and then proccing into this on a 4 turn cooldown, increasing cooldown of the enemies, decreasing 75% attack bar with each attack, and hitting 3 times AoE. It can decrease cooldown by 2 turns as well. If he gets the attack bar reduction every single time, he can get 2 turn cooldown increase on the enemies AoEs. The thing is, Ganymede, I said this before, Ganymede was nerfed, skill 1 was nerfed on Ganymede because he used to strip, single target strip into skill 3, single target reset. It was nerfed and it was fair because a unit shouldn't be able to set itself up like that. But now they created a Ganymede by AoE. Yes, it's not skill 1, but it's a skill 2, and it's a 3 turn cooldown. It's 75% chance of stripping, which is not 100%, but it's way too much, because if he managed to strip and to proc, that's pretty much over. That's pretty much over. So I feel like he shouldn't be able to set himself up like that. That's my point. Also, units should not be able to set themselves up. These units could just go into the game, into the fight, and they don't need a setup. He sets himself up. Yes, Nana, if the opponent have immunity, she needs a strip for skill 2, but still the passive works really, really well. And if you use Busa with the Nana, they all have some kind of strip. Molong has strip, Diana has strips, so you know it works really, really well together. But Champa sets himself up way too well. Decrease attack bar to 0 and increase cooldown. That's way too strong. What was the first unit? Busa also. It can work in any team comp really. Like they don't have like boundaries. They like, you know, Barbara is not. Barbara is a really good unit, but if they pick Leo, what is she gonna do? And she's a single target. Imagine Barbara skill 3 AoE strip into skill 2 AoE defense break decrease. That's not how it is, and that's why she is not like that strong. As well, Cardinal is an insane unit, but it needs a setup. If you don't bring immunity in your team, if you don't bring strippers in your team, if you don't bring strippers in your team, it's not gonna be able to use skill 3 easier. So it needs a setup. You need strippers, unless the opponent don't have immunity, but that's their fault, isn't it? If they don't have cleanser, if they don't have any way to counter Cardinal, that's their fault. It needs a setup. Water Monkey is pretty good as well. Yeah, CC and strip, but the strip is single target strip. The stun is not even 100%, 75% chances of stunning. So you know these units are good, but they're balanced. They are balanced. One extra unit I would like to mention, and I would love to see it being extremely nerfed or deleted from the game, is one of the units that it's just you just pick it if you are like you know you're gonna lose. You pick him in the first 2 turns. Yesterday he got 5 procs with the passive, and I lost because yeah, this guy, I feel like this is the most, I'm gonna say it's most stupid unit in the whole game. I feel like this is not what should happen, because it's just too stupid. Anyway guys, I feel like that was it for the video. If you have any, I was mentioning, by the way, the normal elements. I'm not mentioning LDs. I feel LDs should be strong. They shouldn't be bad at all. But I was mentioning the normal element. I wish all LDs were good though. I don't wish for any of the LDs to be bad, to be honest with you. But yeah guys, that is gonna be, oh what a roll, man, oh my god. That's gonna be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment below what other unit would you nerf and how. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye everybody, take care guys, stay safe, bye.